There you go. Greetings, greetings. Rise up. One and all, this your brother Mali coming with another one of them videos that you so love to hate. We're talking about businesses that you could run here in the Gambia. Now, as you can see, there's not just me. We have some beauty added to the screen. We have some sophistication, some je ne sais quoi added to the screen with my niece, the one they call Sister Aura. How are you?
I'm good. Why is it so close? I'm good. You okay?
Oh, Lord.
How y'all doing?
Okay.
It's Aisha!
Oh, look, it's Aisha over there. So Aisha's gonna come and join us as well. So listen, here's what we're talking about, right? Different businesses that we could run in the Gambia. Now, I've got my list, but I thought I would start just briefly by talking a bit to Aura about what you've been up to, because you started a business here. Mm-hmm. And how long ago was it when you set it up?
Well, it's two businesses. The first one, it took like 3 months.
Speak up.
2 businesses, y'all. The first one took like 3 months. And hey girl, hey, I like your hair. The first one took like 3 months, and that was the yoga studio. Excuse me. And then the second one is the salon and beauty school, and that one it's still getting set up. That one is like maybe like 2 months in, I think. 2 months in. So it takes quite a while, simply because of, you know, the wonderful delays that you have in this world and timing and.
Now, what have you found has been some of the barriers to you getting set up? You already mentioned delays. What kind of barriers have you found in setting up, let's say, the salon, for example?
I would say the biggest barriers were like the shipment, like the shipping container, because we had to wait for it to come, and when it finally came, we had to wait for it to get out of customs and all that good stuff. And then I would say the second biggest thing is the timing, per se. And when I say timing, I'll be on a certain time schedule, but everybody else is on their own. So it's like, and then the fact that I'm a female doing it. That's stressful too.
Who was I talking to about that? I was talking about someone else about that the other day. About yeah. So when I was in the hello, we're doing a video here. This so disrespectful. You know whose fault it is? This one. See there? This one. You know one called Aisha May.
Aisha May!
Subscribe to her channel, yeah?
A celebrity's in the house.
Yeah, man. But what was I going to say? I was talking to Sonia, and she's got a sister called Hattie that's working with her. They set up the laundrette down the road. They were saying the same thing. As a woman setting up a business, you have an extra level of resistance to you and what you're dealing with.
Yeah, it's more per se. It's more say like, how would you say it? It's like, you know how in America they say it's a man's world, and then now they're trying to switch it to say it's a woman's world. Here it's a man's world. It's a world. It's a man's world. Like it's really hard to get stuff done sometimes because you have somebody who's like my carpenter, for instance. He was supposed to do my nail show. He didn't. He went and he had it like, it was supposed to have a bar. It had no bar. It had no bar. And he was like, oh, well, that's not what you said and stuff like that. And I'm like, I did. And then I had somebody who verified it. But the problem is when I was trying to explain to him what I wanted, he kept cutting me off. So.
You see, that's the thing that, you know, it's funny with that whole sort of like power dynamic that is a thing here. Because with me, like for example, I had a guy come and do some work. Sorry, not guy. I had a man come and do some work the other day, yesterday actually, putting up some shelves, and I wrongly measured it. I measured it incorrectly, and there was no kind of like, I just said, hey bro, fix this thing because I measured it wrong, and he fixed it. No kind of complaints or no concern or like that. But it's like as though when you have a power dynamic, like between men and women, for example, then people will try their best. The men will try their best to not only keep it going, but enforce that on you as a woman. And so that can be a real like like has extra pressure, it's extra time, it's extra money. You know what I mean? It's extra like begging around looking for people to actually do your work. So
exactly. Even when I asked him to fix it, he was just like, I was like, can you add a bar because I don't want it to get knocked down and then somebody. And then he did the wrong wood, y'all. Anyways, so I asked him to redo it, and he was like, okay, but if I redo it, then it's gonna be an extra charge. And I'm like, sir, I done already paid you to do it the right time, like the first time, and you're not doing it right the first time. So I just told him, whatever, it's fine. I'll never work with you again because the wood color was wrong, the wood type was wrong, everything was wrong. So looks like I'll be ordering some nail shells from someplace else.
So that's something to consider when you're actually setting up a business. There are those kind of things that come up. All right, can you go away now so I can carry on my video?
Whatever.
Thank you, love you.
I have pizza.
Good. All right, so that was the one and only Aura. So without any further ado, let's get down to brass tacks, innit? Let's get down to it. So I've got another 5 that we're gonna go through. Business ideas that you could run in the Gambia. The first one we're gonna go with is let me see. Actually, I might not do that one. Let me hold that one off. Let's start with car parts. So vehicle parts. A lot of the cars here come in second hand from Europe or America. And so what is the norm in everywhere else is that the newer your registration is, it tells you how old the car is. Whereas here it's not the same. So you could have a car that was made in 1992 and it's got a newer registration than a car that was made in 2020, right? Only because of the fact that there are such a large part or segment of the cars here are second-hand, and that means there is a massive parts business available here. So now people do bring parts in. They usually get the cheapest ones from China or India or Nigeria even, and they last for 20 minutes and they break down again. Case in point, I've had my car for ages because trying to find a steering pump that'll work for it seems to be a problem. So car parts, there's loads of places you can buy parts for cars. Usually the way it's set up is like in a scrapyard. So you go to someone who's got a scrapyard and you'll be like, okay, I need XYZ for an ABC, and they'll go looking around. Or I have that. Or they'll say, no, I don't have it. I've only got the diesel and you're the petrol, so I cannot help you. And then you've got to go running around. Just like I said in part 1, when you're looking for those items, if you are trying to find things to fix up your house, you have to go around from one person to another trying to find the parts. Same thing happens with the cars. So it's very, very tiring. There's no strategy in it. It's like you just have to hope and pray that you find the part you're looking for. So now, if you want to find a better way of doing it, a car part company shop where you can go to one place, find the parts you're looking for, they're good quality, I think that will work. Next one. And another thing I need to mention about that. A lot of these cars, there was an accident that happened about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, where a large truck had hit a car as it was trying to miss a bus that was trying to overtake. People got killed, there was limbs on the road, all sorts. It was a complete carnage. And upon inspection, they found that the truck didn't have fully working brakes. And what I see on the road, some of the things I see driving up and down this road, you would be put in jail for in the UK, right? I've seen vehicles where the vehicle is going this direction, but it's actually not on the axle correctly, so it's driving like that. So like the driver they're steering, but they're looking this way as they're steering because the truck isn't straight. And they're using this thing to carry tons and tons of sand and concrete and so on and so forth. So now, what's happening is that they speak of an MOT. In the UK they call it MOT, in the States they call it vehicle inspections. So there's a whole vehicle inspections MOT thing that's happening here, which is being shipped outside of the police, because MOT should be done now, but people are just buying those certificates from the police, and so instead what they're doing is now saying, okay, we'll get an outside company to do that. If that's the case, we could hopefully see less accidents and less dramatic accidents. But if you do have that business, then you will be quidsing, because there'll be loads of people having to buy light bulbs, filters, you know, whatever they need for their car to get their car roadworthy. Next on the list, number 2, is a farm. Yes, a farm. We had a young man come here a few days ago. His name was Jibril. Yeah, I remember your name, bro. His name was Jibril. You know, he was looking into farming. I'm not going to tell you what he's farming, because I don't want to take away his superb idea. But needless to say, the brother has done his homework and has found a gap in the market, where he can, I would say, quite easily put in 100 grand for the year from this one business idea. So he's working on that as his idea. And when I say 100 grand, I mean 100,000 pounds, not Dallas, okay? I'm not talking no small money. I'm talking decent coin. And if you could do that for your first year, you'd be onto a winner. So look at doing a farm, whether you are doing fruit and vegetables, or whether you're doing livestock. There is so much scope for that. A lot of the food that is being sold here is being imported. Why an African country that has 365 days of sun, and the ones where it's not full day sun is good rain, and you got good land and so on and so forth. And instead of people using that, they're importing things like potatoes and rice and these other things that could quite easily be grown here. So instead of having to import, where now prices are being impacted by the money markets and so on and so forth, you can have something that is quite consistent, be a good quality, homegrown, lower carbon miles, whatever you want to put on it, and that's available to you, and it's available now. The next idea that I have and I want to offer to you, this is number 3, right? I think it's number 3. The next idea I have for you is a supermarket. Now, there are plenty of supermarkets here. Just from where we are, we have like 2 down there, another 2, 1 here. Further down the road, we've got another couple. So we've got a whole bunch of supermarkets. But for the most part, they're pretty useless, because they're being run by people who have little idea as to what people from Europe and the States are looking for. And the majority of people who are using those supermarkets are people from outside the country. The majority of people outside the country who are here are from Europe and from the States. I'm not going to include Lebanese, because there's so many. Because Lebanese, they're taken care of. There's people who have supermarkets who are run by. Who's that? Yes, my brother. How are you, bro? You okay? Much respect. Yeah, I'm good. King. So there are people here who are taking care of that. Yeah, go inside. Who are taking care of that community. But these other communities, like people from the UK, from the US, don't get a look in. So you can open up a supermarket that has the things that you are used to seeing in Europe, in the States, in Canada, and so on and so forth. Have a look at that one. That's going to be a high outlay. There's a lot of work to look into regarding, having to ship it into the country and so on and so forth. But if the numbers work, the numbers work. So you have a look. That's something you could possibly bring in. One other area. Number 4. One other area, number 4. I call it Africa. Yeah, Africa. IKEA with Afri in front of it. A furniture shop. You need a furniture shop. Because you can't, there's not a furniture shop here. There's not. I'm trying to think of okay, there's a couple furniture shops, right? But because there are a couple furniture shops, for you to buy a 3-piece suite for your front room, for your living room, they're charging all sorts of mad money, like £1,500 for a 3-piece suite. And you're like, how's that possible? Hi, Mr. Abba. How's that even possible? You're gonna charge so much. I could buy 3 of them back in the UK for that kind of money. But that's what people are doing here. And it's the most, they'll be gold and red. I've seen some real kind of things that look like they should have been in, like, it looked like something Iceberg Slim would be busting that, you know, when in his pimping days. Just the most ugly, gratuitous, just, yeah, bad. We need some decent, good-looking furniture, good-looking stuff in this here country. So, if you are a person who's into interior design, you know what I mean, is willing to like take a trip out to China and them kind of places and be able to start shipping stuff in, or even come here and build the stuff yourself. Furniture shop, that'll be something that you'll be able to do and then pass down to your children, they can pass down to their children, because it can't done. People are always building, and then, like, you know, they end up with a house that's giving them splinters because it hasn't been finished properly. Furniture shop. All right, the 5th one, which is not on my list, but was in the comments of the last video I did. Someone said, how about doing someone to fix appliances, like your washing machine, you know, your dryer, your microwave, them kind of stuff. Excellent idea. Because again, just like the cars, a lot of the stuff that's coming in is second-hand. You know, you could open an appliance shop quite easily here. There's a couple here. Rico is here. There's another one from Turkey called Vestel. They're here. They do new stuff. And then the rest of them are shops that are selling like Indian-made and hence Indian quality appliances. So I could buy a mixer for this place. It'll last 3 months and I have to buy another mixer. So yeah, an appliance shop, or if you can fix appliances, brilliant. They've got loads of second-hand stuff. I have a washing machine in my place where the ribbon burst, you know, like the belt that goes at the back, that broke. And I cannot get another belt in the whole country. I've had to buy a whole nother washing machine. The old one is sitting there perfectly fine, just hasn't got a belt. But because it would take me having to, you know, get someone to go shopping for me abroad looking for a belt for this washing machine, I'm just like, it's quicker and cleaner just to get another belt. Get another washing machine, sorry. That's what I did. So have a look at that as your 5th idea. I still have more ideas. In the next section, in part 3, I'm going to be looking at those businesses that are like one-man band businesses. You know, these ones that we've mentioned in this one and in the previous video was really kind of focusing on those ones that require staff and so on and so forth. What we're going to be looking at is, what if it's just you one? You want to just be able to just come here, make money, pay your taxes, and duck out after 6 months or whatever. We're going to do that in part 3. All right? So I hope that's been of use. Yeah, man, like, subscribe, mash up the like button, do the things that everyone tells you to do. Comment. Yeah, I'll tell you what, comment if you think of any other business ideas. And what I'll do is I will rate your idea. So if you say, I want to be a teacher, not a business. Yeah, you're getting a 0 for that one. If you say something like, you know, I don't know, I want to be a rock star, then maybe I'll give you a 4. Yeah, there's things. All right, so do that. Put comments in and tell me, like, you know, what ideas you have. and I'll rate those. And if they're very good, I'll put them in a part 4 maybe. We're thinking something to do part 4. All right, so let me end the video there. Much respect to you. Take care of yourself, look after your loved ones. This is your brother Miley, and I'm signing out once again. Peace.